Okej, no to witamy na kolejnej lekcji języka angielskiego. I cóż, żeby ładnie odpowiadać na pytania, trzeba być pilnym uczniem, odpisywać lekcje do zeszytu, powtarzać sobie te lekcje albo czytać je po prostu na głos i wtedy łatwiej jest odpowiadać na pytania. I poza tym te lekcje też powtarzamy 3 razy. I dlatego też później za drugim i za trzecim razem jest jeszcze łatwiej odpowiedzieć na te pytania. Okay, so we can start.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we start with the vision from the past units we saw. So which words do you remember from last lesson?
From last lesson? Let me... favor, contagious, infectious, and true or digest.
Excellent.
And maybe one more is raw and all.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. Okay. So favor.
Favor. Favor, korzyść, przysługa, okej.
Do somebody a favor.
Do somebody a favor, wyświadczy komuś przysługę.
Headlights.
Headlights, światła, reflektory.
Be in favor of.
Be in favor of, support something, robić coś na korzyść.
Excellent. Do you owe me a favor?
Yes, I owe you a favor.
Have you ever had to ask a favor of someone?
Yes, I have ever asked someone to have a favor. To ask for a favor.
Yeah. When?
When I need help.
Yeah, when you need help, for example. Okay, what favors do neighbors often ask for? What favors do neighbors often ask for?
Neighbors often ask for salt.
Excellent. Do we always let people down when we refuse to do them a favor? Do we always let people down when we refuse to do them a favor?
Yes, we always let people down people down when we refuse to do them a favor.
Excellent. Why should we always return a favor? Why should we always return a favor?
We should always return a favor to get a favor back.
If you were asked at work to do somebody a favor, would you do it, even if it wasn't part of your job? If you were asked at work to do something as a favor, would you do it, even if it wasn't part of your job?
Yes, if I were asked at work to do a favor, even if it's not a part of my job, I would do it. I would do it.
Excellent, very good. Which political party in your country has lost favor among the people recently? Which political party in your country has lost favor among the people recently?
PO and PSL lost favor among parties. Among people during last elections.
Yeah, you can say during last elections. Very good. What ideas don't usually win favor among people? What ideas don't usually win favor among people?
Ideas of rising taxes don't usually get favor among people.
Excellent. Are you in favor of using headlights on cars all the year round? Are you in favor of using headlights on cars all year round?
Yes, I'm in favor of using headlights on cars all the year round.
Very good. Blade.
Blade, ostrze.
Pair.
Para.
I have only one pair of hands.
I have only one pair of hands. Nie rozdwoję się. Nie rozdwoję się.
How many blades is a pair of scissors made of? How many blades is a pair of scissors made of?
A blade of scissors is made of... A pair of scissors is made of 2 blades.
Excellent. Which part of the blade is used for cutting? Which part of the blade is used for cutting?
A sharp part of a blade is used for cutting.
You can also use edge instead of
edge.
Very
good. Age.
The sharp age.
Sharp age. Okay.
Instead of right. What things always come in pairs? What things always come in pairs?
Gloves, scissors, and hand.
Gloves.
Gloves come in pairs.
Very good. A student sometimes asked to do exercises in pairs. A student sometimes asked to do exercises in pairs.
Yes, students sometimes asked to do exercises in pairs.
Excellent. What do we mean when we say that we only have one pair of hands? What do we mean when we say we only have one pair of hands?
When we say we have only one pair of hands, it means that we can't do anything else at the same time.
Yeah, we can do anything. Okay, very good. So, owl.
Wiosło.
Row.
Row, wiosłować.
In a row.
In a row, po kolei. Jedno za drugim.
If something happens in a row, it happens in the same way each time. What do we use for rowing a boat?
For rowing a boat, we use an O. An O.
Very good. Which part of the body takes the most effort in rowing a boat? Which part of the body takes most effort in rowing a boat?
In rowing a boat, the most effort take our lungs and arms.
Excellent. Very good. What do some people always take back row seats in the cinema? Why do some people always take back row seats in the cinema?
Some people take back rows in the cinema because they don't like people sitting behind them.
Excellent.
With them, like situation when people are sitting behind them.
Where could you see a row of cars? Where could you see a row of cars?
I can see a row of cars in a car park.
How do trees grow in a park? How do trees grow in a park?
Trees grow in a park in rows.
Excellent. Has it ever rained in your country for several days in a row? Has it ever rained in your country for several days in a row?
Yes, it has ever rained in my country for several days in a row.
Excellent. Why do you think someone might go on a holiday to the same place 3 years in a row? Why do you think someone may go for holidays at the same place 3 years in a row?
Someone may go to the same place for holiday 3 times in a row.
3 years.
3 years in a row because they
like it a lot.
They like it a lot. Okay.
For example, very good. Chew.
Rzuć.
Swallow.
Swallow, połykać.
Digest.
Trawić.
A pack of lies.
A pack of lies, te kłamstw.
What are some people likely to use for chewing when they grow very old and lose their teeth? What are some people likely to use when they grow very old and lose their own teeth?
Yes, when people grow very old and lose their teeth, they are likely to use false teeth for chewing.
For chewing. Very good. Is it sometimes difficult to swallow when you suffer from a cold? Is it sometimes difficult to swallow when you suffer from a cold?
Yes, it's sometimes difficult to swallow when you suffer from a cold.
Why?
Because you have a sore throat.
Excellent. Should we always chew food well before swallowing it? Should we always chew food well before swallowing it?
Yes, we should. We always should chew food well before swallowing it.
Excellent. Why?
Because it helps to digest food.
Very good. In what situations do you have to swallow your pride? In what situations do you have to swallow your pride?
I have to swallow my pride if I have to ask for a favor.
Excellent. Do some people swallow a pack of lies easily? Do some people swallow a pack of lies easily?
No. Yes, people swallow. Some people swallow a pack of lies easily.
Excellent. Have you ever seen a film which was one just big pack of lies. Have you ever seen a film which was just one big pack of lies?
Yes, I've ever seen a film that was just one pack of lies. One big pack of lies.
Excellent. What film was it?
It was...
You told me last time.
It was
The
Day After Tomorrow.
Excellent. Random?
Random przypadkowy.
At random?
At random przypadkiem.
Index?
Index, space index.
Do students in the school answer questions at random or in time? Do students in the school answer questions at random or in time?
Students in the school answer questions at random.
Excellent. Are the words in the index of this book listed at random? Are the words at the index of this book listed at random?
No, the words in this book are not listed at random.
Excellent, they are?
They are in an alphabetical order.
Very good. In what order should samples of a test be chosen? In what order should samples for a test be chosen?
Samples for tests should be chosen at random.
Excellent. Do you organize your daily routine in a certain order or simply at random?
I order my daily routine simple at random.
Simply at random?
Random, yes. Okay, now we have time, so let's do it.
Okay, stick.
Stick, przyklejać.
Okay, so stick, stack, stack.
Stick, stack.
Queue.
Queue, kolejka.
Jump the queue.
Jump the queue, wskoczyć w kolejkę.
Excellent. When are you most likely to queue? When are you most likely to queue? A, in traffic. B, in a shop. C, for the toilets.
I am mostly likely to queue in traffic.
Excellent. What's the longest you've ever been stuck in a queue? What's the longest you've ever been stuck in a queue?
I've been stuck in a queue for 2 hours.
Excellent. Do drivers sometimes jump the queue? Do drivers sometimes jump the queue?
Yes, drivers sometimes jump the queue.
Why?
Because they are in a hurry.
They're in a hurry. Very good. Stroke.
Stroke, uderzenie. And głaskać.
At a stroke.
At a stroke i za jednym razem.
What animals like to be stroked? What animals like to be stroked?
Pets like to be stroked.
Pets. Very good. Which comes first in a thunderstorm? Which comes first in a thunderstorm? The stroke of lightning or the roll of thunder?
The first in a thunderstorm comes a stroke of thunder.
Of lightning.
Lightning, a stroke of lightning.
Then after?
Then after come a roll of thunders.
Very good. Have you ever solved a problem at a stroke? Have you ever solved a problem at a stroke?
Yes, I've ever solved a problem at a stroke.
In what situation should people be dismissed from work at a single stroke? In what situation should people be dismissed from work at a single stroke?
People should be dismissed at work at single stroke for drinking excessively.
For drinking excessively. Okay, very good. So a little bit, can you ask me some questions with these words I'm going to tell you? The first one, favor.
Favor. Do you ask people to do a favor?
Do I ask for a favor?
For a favor, yes.
Yes, I sometimes do ask people for a favor. Headlights.
Headlights. It's common to use headlights on cars in Africa.
Yes, it's very common to use headlights on cars in Africa.
Okay.
Can you ask me repair?
Do you have... How many pairs of gloves do you have in Poland?
I have 4 actually. I have 4 pairs of gloves in Poland.
Okay.
Including some gifts. Digest.
Digest. digest well?
Very good question. What kind of food? Okay. Food with starch, I can digest them very well. Sometimes, not all the time.
Okay.
Q.
Where do you most likely?
I'm most likely to queue at public offices. Last one, random.
Random. Do you organize your daily routines at random?
It depends. Sometimes I'll organize it at random, other times it's scheduled. Very good. We can continue. Lick.
Lick, lizać.
Lick your wounds.
Lick your wounds, lizać rany.
How can we eat an ice cream? How can we eat an ice cream?
We can eat ice cream by licking it.
Very good. Is it a disgusting habit to lick plates, forks and knives clean after a meal? Is it a disgusting habit to clean fork, plates and knives clean after a meal?
Yes, it's a disgusting habit to lick plates, forks and knives after a meal.
Very good. Do some people consider it pleasant to be licked on the face by a dog? Do some people consider it pleasant to be licked on the face by a dog?
Yes, some people consider it to be licked by a dog on a face. Pleasant. They consider it pleasant.
Very good. When are we likely to lick our wounds? When are we likely to lick our wounds?
After a disaster, we are likely likely to lick our wounds.
Very good. So stick, stock, stock.
Stick, stuck, stuck. Przyklejać.
3.
Skwierczeć. Utknąć.
Okay.
A nie, skwierczyć przecież nie. Wbić. Stick. Stick, wbić, patyk and utkwić w pamięci.
Okay, very good. Chopsticks.
Chopstick, pałeczki.
Glue.
Glue, klej.
Drawing pin.
Drawing pin, pineska.
Thumbtack.
Thumbtack, amerykańska pineska.
Very good. It really stuck in my mind. What does it mean? It really stuck in my mind.
Utkwiło mi w pamięci.
Very good. So I remember it well because it was quite interesting or unusual, surprising. What can we use to stick two pieces of paper together? What can we use to stick two pieces of paper together?
We can stick two pieces of paper together by using glue.
Excellent. What do we use to stick something to a notice board? What do we use to stick something to a notice board?
We can use a drawing pin to stick something on the notice board.
Very good. How do you stick a stamp on a number? How do you stick a stamp on a number? I stick
a stamp on an envelope by using glue.
Very good. What will happen?
Using glue.
Yeah, you can say glue. You can most people use glue. But here they also
by
say
licking it. I've been licking it.
But also glue. Licking it is a bad habit. What will happen if you fry something in a frying pan without enough fat? What will happen if you fry something in a frying pan without enough fat?
If I frying something in a frying pan without enough fat, it will stick to it.
Excellent. What's a stick?
A stick is a piece of wood.
Very good. A piece of wood. What kind of sticks do we use for eating? What kind of sticks do we use for eating?
We use chopsticks for eating.
What things about your last holidays have really stuck in your mind? What things about your last holiday have really stuck in your mind?
Bad weather really stuck in my mind after last holiday.
Okay. Something positive? Which is not bad weather.
Bad weather only. And doing nothing has really stuck in my mind after last holiday.
Okay. Great. Is there any name your friends called you when you were younger that has stuck to you since? Is there any name your friends called you when you were younger that has stuck to you since?
Yes, there was a name that has stuck in my mind's
That has
mind.
stuck to me
Has stuck to me since then.
since young.
Since I was young.
Very good. So what's the name?
It was Kiwi.
Very good. Rude.
Rude, niegrzeczny.
Spit. Spat. Spat.
Spit, spat, spat, pluć.
Crude.
Crude, obrzydliwy.
Ordinary.
Obrzydliwy, ordynarny.
Excellent. Is spitting rude?
Yes, spitting is rude.
Do the police punish people for spitting in the street in certain countries? Do the police punish people for spitting in the street in certain countries?
Yes, people. The police punish people for spitting in the street in certain countries.
Excellent. Is it rude to speak when you are chewing food? Is it rude to speak when you are chewing food?
Yes, it's rude to spit when you eat.
When you are
When you
to speak.
when you
Okay,
speak. Okay.
Is it rude to speak when you're chewing food? Is it rude to speak when you're chewing food?
Yes, it's rude to speak when you're chewing food.
Excellent. What do we mean by a crude joke? What do we mean by a crude joke?
By a crude joke, we mean a joke about
Rude jokes. First of all, it's a rude joke.
It's a rude joke. Yes.
Which often involves
And it often involves
sex.
sex. Okay.
Why do we sometimes need to spit out food or drinks? Why do we sometimes need to spit out drinks or food?
We sometimes need to spit out
Food or
food
drinks.
or drinks because it's untasty.
Doesn't have to. Okay, spit out or yeah, very good. Would you spit out the meat you were chewing if somebody told you it was rat? Would you spit out the meat you're eating if someone told you it was a rat?
Yes, I would spit out food that the meat that I was chewing when somebody told me if somebody told me that it was a rat.
Excellent. What do you think it would mean if a woman spat in a man's face? What do you think it would mean if a woman spat in a man's face?
If a woman spat in a man's face, it would mean that he offended her.
Very good. What do sausages do when you fry them in a pan and there's too much fat? What do sausages do when you fry them in a pan and there's too much fat?
If there is
Too much
fat in
when frying sausages.
When frying sausages, they will spit.
Excellent. They will spit.
To jest spit. Spit.
Very
Okay.
good. Wipe.
Wipe, wycierać.
Rag.
Rag, szmata.
Rags to riches.
Rag to riches od kucybuta do milionera.
Very good. What can we use to wipe dirt from the floor? What can we use to wipe dirt from the floor?
We can use a rag to wipe dirt from the floor.
Very good. What do we make a rag from?
We make a rag from old clothes.
Very good. Why do we have to wipe the table after a meal? Why do we have to wipe a table after a meal?
We have to wipe the table after the meal because it's dirty.
Very good. Is it polite not to wipe your shoes on the mat when you enter someone's house? Is it polite not to wipe your shoes on a mat when you enter someone's house?
No, it isn't polite not to wipe your shoes on the mat when you enter somebody's house.
Excellent. What do women use to wipe off makeup from their faces? What do women use to wipe off makeup from their faces?
Women use cotton woolen pads to wipe off the makeup Of the faces.
Very good. Of their faces. Very good. What kind of memories do people sometimes wipe from their mind? What kind of memories do people sometimes wipe from their mind?
People sometimes wipe from their minds bad memories.
Very good. Have you ever managed to make a remark that wiped a smile off someone's face? Have you ever managed to make a remark that wiped a smile off somebody's face?
Yes, I made a remark that wiped smile from somebody's face.
Excellent. What popular TV programs are based on rags to riches hopes? What popular TV programs are based from rags to riches hopes?
Idol and how to become a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? Are programs that base on idea from a rag to a millionaire. Rag to riches. Hopes.
Very good.
They base on
rag to riches hopes.
Rise to riches hopes. Okay.
Very good. Runny nose.
Runny nose, katar.
Tablet.
Tabletka.
Cough.
Cough, kaszel.
Treatment.
Leczenie.
What are the most common signs of a cold? What are the most common signs of a cold?
The most common sign of a cold is a runny nose and cough.
Very good. What must you do if you have a runny nose? What must you do if you have a runny nose?
If I have a runny nose, I must wipe it.
Okay, wipe it. With?
With a tissue.
With a tissue. Okay, what treatment do doctors usually suggest for a cough or a runny nose? What treatment do doctors usually suggest for a cough or a runny nose?
Doctors suggest to take a lot of pills when you have a runny nose or cough.
Instead of pills, what did we see?
Garlic, tablets.
Excellent. Very good. Do we chew tablets when we take them? Do we chew tablets when we take them?
No, we don't chew tablets when we take them.
We
swallow them.
Excellent, very good. Can smoking cause a coughing attack? Can smoking cause a coughing attack?
Yes, smoking can cause a coughing attack.
Do people sometimes cough to attract attention? Do people sometimes cough to attract attention?
Yes, people sometimes cough to attract attention.
Why?
Because they want to say something.
Excellent. What could it mean if you coughed up blood? What could it mean if you coughed up blood?
If I coughed out blood, if I coughed up blood, it would mean that I have, for example, lung problems.
Excellent. Which is usually more serious? Which is usually more serious? A dry or a wet cough?
The more serious is wet cough.
Excellent. Very good. Carpet.
Dywan.
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner, odkurzacz.
Vacuum/hoover.
Vacuum or hoover means odkurzacz.
Very good. Treatment.
Traktowanie.
How do we remove dirt and dust from carpets? How do we remove dirt and dust from a carpet?
We remove dust and dirt from carpets by hoovering or
by
hoovering them or vacuuming them.
With what?
With a vacuum cleaner.
Excellent. How often do you hoover the carpets in your house? How often do you hoover the carpets from your house?
I vacuum my carpet in my house once a day.
Once a day, excellent. Why are some dogs afraid of vacuum cleaners? Why are some dogs afraid of vacuum cleaners?
They are afraid of vacuum cleaners because they worry that the vacuum cleaner swallow them.
Okay, we'll solve it. Okay, if you wanted to paint the walls in your house, would you roll up the carpet or would you just cover it with something? If you wanted to paint the walls in your house, would you roll up the carpet or just cover it with something?
If I were about to paint a room, I would roll the carpet.
Okay, you'd roll
before.
it. Very good. For what kind of guests do they roll out the red carpet? For what kind of guests do they roll out the red carpet?
For celebrities, they usually roll up a red carpet.
Have you ever experienced the red carpet treatment? Have you ever experienced the red carpet treatment?
Yes, I've ever experienced a red carpet treatment.
When?
When I was at an association ball.
Well, very good. So you're going to ask me some questions. Can you go with, let's see, treatment?
Treatment. Do you need a special treatment when you have cough and a runny nose?
I don't need any special treatment when I have cough or runny nose. I just use some tablets. Lick.
Yes. Do you lick ice cream or do you bite it?
Excellent question. I lick my ice cream.
Okay.
I eat it by licking it. Stick.
Stick. Do sausages stick to a frying pan when you? No, maybe not frying pan. But do your sausages stick when you fry it?
No, my sausages don't usually stick when I fry them. Spit.
Spit. Okay, one moment. Yeah. Spit. Okay, and do you sometimes have to spit in man's face?
No, have you ever heard that?
Have you ever? Do you?
Or do you sometimes?
Yeah. Must, or maybe much easier, must you sometimes spit in man's face?
Okay. Yeah, if you feel not me in general, if you feel like offended, you probably could respond that way.
Okay.
Like you can spit. Yeah, you can spit in their face if you feel offended. Rude.
Rude. Are people in Poland rude?
No, people in Poland are not rude. Vacuum cleaner.
Okay, have you a modern vacuum cleaner at home?
Yeah, more than one.
More than, yeah.
No, I don't have more than one vacuum cleaner at home. Why?
Wipe. What kind of remarks wipe out a smile from your face?
Wipe off a smile.
Wipe off or wipe out?
No, off.
Off. Wipe off a smile from your face.
What kind of, you say remark?
Yeah, what kind of remarks wipe off a smile from your face?
An offensive or crude joke wipe a smile off of my face.
Okay.
Last one, you can do runny nose.
Runny nose. How often do you have a runny nose? How often a year do you have a runny?
When I stay, like after going outside, when it's rainy or when it's windy, I always have a runny nose. So it's very often, almost always.
Always,
yeah.
okay.
So very good. We can do the exercises then. Unless you want.
And without any regular pattern.
Or we finish. Can we finish unit 20 and then we do the exercise after?
Okay.
Okay, we do.
Okay.
Okay. Disease.
Disease, choroba.
Fever.
Fever, temperatura.
Sickness.
Fever, gorączka. Sickness, choroba.
Alright, very good. Smallpox.
Smallpox, ospa.
Ospa. Very good. So we use illness to describe all kinds of health problems, both serious or minor. And we use diseases for particular illnesses with a name. And sickness is an illness or bad health, basically, but we use it most often when we're talking about, for example, Lucy has been off work due to sickness. Or a disease, for example, he suffers from river disease. Disease, it's a specific illnesses with a name. We use illness to describe all kinds of health issues. For example, my dad died after a long illness. A cold is a minor illness. Very good. So what's a disease?
A disease is a term for all kinds of...
A disease.
Disease. Disease. No, illness. Disease is diseases.
For what?
For particular disease?
Illness.
Illness. Okay.
So illness, it's all
Oh,
kind of health
yes.
problems. So illness is what?
Illness is for all kinds of health problems.
Excellent. Disease.
Disease is illness with a particular name.
Excellent. Very
Yes.
good. Very good. Sickness.
Sickness is a health problem or just
Bad health or
bad
illness.
Mhm.
Very good. So what's a fever?
Fever. Fever is high temperature
Yes. so it's a kind of
of disease.
Very
Okay.
good. In which you
It's
have
just the
high
name?
temperature.
But what's the name for fever? Fever
Yeah.
is
So
a-
meaning fever is the name
for
because it's
this
so
illness.
disease is a particular illness. So fever is almost it's an illness on its own, basically. It's a disease. How can we lower a fever? How can we lower a fever?
Yeah, we can lower a fever by drinking cold water. No, by putting
On a
wet towel on your forehead.
Excellent.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. When or where can one feel a fever of excitement? Where can someone feel a fever of excitement?
Someone can feel fever of excitement by going to a party.
By going to a party or before?
Before being on a blind date.
Excellent.
Yes.
Very good. Give me other examples of diseases. Give me other examples of disease.
Smallpox is a disease.
Or, for example.
Oh.
Okay, exampmples, because you can give me two.
Two examples, okay. And fever is a disease.
Examples, okay, very good. Is crime a serious disease in this town? Is crime a serious disease in this town?
No, crime is not a serious disease in this town.
What would you say was the major disease of modern society? What would you say is the major disease of modern society?
The major disease of modern society is greed. Okay.
Very good. So contagious?
Contagious, zaraźliwy.
Infectious?
Infectious, zaraźliwy.
Same thing. The flu?
Flu, grypa.
So a contagious disease usually spreads by physical contact. So a contagious disease usually spread by physical contact. An infectious disease can often be passed from one person to another through the air, just by breathing. Basically, like right now, if we're together and I have an infectious disease, you have captured it already.
Okay.
Okay, how does a contagious disease spread?
Contagious disease spread by a physical contact.
Excellent. How can people pass on an infectious disease? How can people pass on an infectious disease?
People can pass on infectious disease by breathing the same air.
Very good. Is the flu highly contagious? Is the flu highly contagious?
No, flu isn't highly contagious.
It is highly.
It is highly infectious. Okay.
Excellent. Very good.
Okay.
What kind of flu affects? Chickens? What kind of flu affects chickens?
Bird flu affects chickens.
Can bad flu spread from birds to humans? Can bad flu spread from birds to humans?
Yes, bird flu can spread from birds to humans.
From birds to humans. What can an infectious disease be worse than a contagious one? Why can an infectious disease be worse than a contagious one?
Infectious disease can be worse than
A contagious one.
one because spreads faster. Okay, you don't need a physical contact.
Yeah, exactly. So it spreads faster and easier.
Easier.
What would happen to the world if AIDS was a highly infectious disease? What would happen to the world if AIDS was a highly infectious disease?
If AIDS were a highly infectious disease, it would be more dangerous.
Yeah, well, we will all die.
All would die. Yeah, really, all die. I don't know.
Can a laugh sometimes be contagious? Can a laugh sometimes be contagious?
Yes, laugh.
A laugh.
A laugh can be sometimes contagious.
Very good.
Maybe laugh.
Yeah, a laugh. Like one laugh.
Laughing can be contagious.
Yeah, I know. Vaccinate.
Vaccinate, szczepić.
Vaccination.
Vaccination, szczepienie.
Immune.
Immunodporny.
Improvement.
Improvement, polepszenie.
Why do we vaccinate? Why do we vaccinate?
We vaccinate to be immune to diseases.
Excellent, very good. At what age are children vaccinated against smallpox? At what age are children vaccinated against smallpox?
Children are vaccinated at the age of 2 against smallpox.
Excellent. Are vaccination against the flu becoming more and more popular? Are vaccination against the flu becoming more and more popular?
No, vaccination against flu. No.
Yeah, okay.
Now in Poland,
they're not popular.
Is less popular than in the past.
Ah, okay. Very good.
Yeah.
So I can ask you why, since you say no.
Why? Because there are many organizations, people, and they spread negative information about vaccination.
The vaccine. Oh, okay. So people are scared to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Okay.
About
I get
side
it.
effects. They are scared about side effects.
Excellent. Are you immune to criticism? Are you immune to criticism?
No, I'm not immune to criticism.
What factor has been the most important in the improvement of children's health in the last 50 years? What factors have been the most important in the improvement of children's health in the last 50 years?
The vaccination is the most have been the most important factor of improvement of children's health in the last 50 years.
Very good, excellent.
Yeah, because I have to concentrate and then I'm able to answer, and then you repeat it twice, then I can memorize it and prepare.
Luxury. Luxury?
Luxury, luksusowe.
Luxury, very good. Far. Far. Far.
Futro. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Futro. Okay.
Is a Skoda Fabia a luxury car? is a Skoda Fabia a luxury car?
Skoda Fabia, how do you pronounce it? Skoda.
Skoda
Fabia. Fabia. Okay, Skoda Fabia isn't a luxury car.
Okay, very
It's-
good. Yeah.
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 It isn't.
What else can you say? It's a it's an ordinary car.
An ordinary car. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Common car.
What, in your opinion, are the signs of living a life of luxury? What, in your opinion, are the signs of living a life of luxury?
The signs of having Skoda living, the signs of living life of luxury are, for example, having Skoda Octavia.
Okay, or
Sign
something more expensive
and
cars.
having fur, yes.
Yeah, okay, having far clothes, for example.
Real
Mansion
fur, not
or
artificial
not
fur.
the full one. Okay.
False and, artificial
Or
one.
living in a mansion, I don't know, having an expensive house, something. If you won €1 million in the lottery, would you be able to live in luxury for the rest of your life? If you won €1 million in the lottery, would you be able to live in luxury for the rest of your life?
No, if I won €1 million, I wouldn't be able to live a luxury life
For the rest
of my life.
Excellent. What are animals sometimes hunted for?
Animals are sometimes hunted for the fur.
Yeah, very good. Why do some people wear fake furs, not real ones?
People sometimes wear fake furs, not real ones, because they are ecological and it's much cheaper.
Yeah, and
sure.
exactly. They're not for killing of animals, for example. Very good. If you were strongly against furs, would you rather go naked than wear one?
Yeah, I don't know what does it mean.
If you were strongly, for example, if you are strongly against furs, would
Okay,
you rather go naked than wear one?
No.
Are you against furs? Are you against it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, so no,
So would you
but
rather-
however I wouldn't go naked if I were for against killing animals for fur.
So what if it was the only last option? It's either you go naked or you wear fur.
I would wear fur.
Okay, very good. Do people get used to living in luxury very quickly?
Okay, yes, people
Get used.
Get used to. And people get used to living, and people get used to living
In
luxury.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll repeat that. What kind of luxuries can you afford?
I can afford a big smartphone.
Yeah, or a holiday, for example.
Yes.
Or a holiday.
A holiday. No, I can't afford a holiday.
Do people get used to living in a luxury very quickly?
Yes, people
Get
used to living in luxury very quickly.
Excellent. So we can go back to
Yes.
the
So
exercises.
it's
Very good.
exercises. Okay, exercise. Without any regular pattern. Yes, it's at random. From being
Okay, so the first one. Read, okay, can you even read the first one?
Without using a weapon with your bare hands. Without
With your bare hands, excellent.
Without any regular pattern at random.
At random,
From
very good.
Being poor to being
Rich.
rich is rags to riches. Trying to get strength back after a defeat. Defeat is lick your wounds.
Excellent.
Too busy to do anything else. Have only one pair of hands.
Very good.
Agree with or support somebody. Be in favor of.
Excellent.
Move in front or to be served before others. Jump the queue. Be
Excellent.
scared of something. Giving somebody the shivers.
Very good.
Happening in the same way each time. In a row.
Very good.
Not true. Pack of lies.
Very good.
And exercise 2. Piece of rubber metal used in judo to fall into. Mat. Change food into substances the body can use. Digest. Move a boat through water using long poles with a blade. Make animals easy to control and not afraid of people. Tame.
Very good.
Taste of a fruit which is not really to eat. Sour. Shake. You cannot control usually because of fear. Tremble. Box-shaped kitchen equipment used for heating or cooking food. Oven. Force saliva out of your mouth. Spit. Flat part of a knife or sword. Blade. Stop doing something. Give up. And can't jump out and screamed as he sat down on the chair. It turned out that his friend had put a drawing pin on the seat. The Karate Kid tells a story of a martial arts master who agrees to teach a bullied boy how to fight. They have forbidden him from mentioning the subject until the storm connected with the latest affair calms down. They offer personalized mouse mats which can be printed from your own picture. I think that's a great gift for a computer maniac like Jill. The national football team is doing so poorly that they have already lost 6 matches in a row this season. His father would always stand close to the running track to urge him on as he was passing by. The drunk man tried to step out of turn, but the stop assigned refused to serve him. Do you really believe he will pass the exams? Do me a favor. He has not spent...
You say to step out of?
A turn.
The turn or the queue to... German tried to step out of the queue with the shots.
On the queue, okay. Queue. And do me a favor. He has not spent 1 hour studying for months. The soldiers had been defending the city extremely bravely, but finally had to give up as the enemy outnumbered them greatly. I bought jigsaw puzzle and managed to satisfy the needs of my daughter and son at the one straw.
One stroke. Very good.
And when the Hutu extremists attacked the Tutsi minority in Rwanda, was completely powerless. And you were Hutu or Tutsi?
Random.
Random. The inhabitants of the neighborhood believe that the problem of rising crime needs urgent attention from the police. As the supermarket near the house closed down, they had to go shopping elsewhere. Economic experts argued that the national economy needs cuts in governmental agencies rather than a tax rise for most earners. The new traffic law states that all the drivers must have the spotlights on during the day. The one thing he couldn't get used to during his stay in China was eating with chopsticks. Sports suits, wetsuits are used in a wide range of water sports such as scuba diving, windsurfing, canoeing and whitewater rafting. The headmistress threatened the student that he would be expelled from school if he continued to bully younger pupils. Her leg hurt so much that he could barely stand. Vanessa was employed as a maybe head cook in a Hilton hotel restaurant.
Head cook or cooker. But a head cooker. Yeah.
And sugar naturally occurs in fruits and vegetables along with vitamins and minerals. The psychiatrist believes all her mental problems have happened from suffering she experienced in her childhood. The driver was instantly crushed to death when a thick branch fell off the tree onto the car. A Clockwork Orange by A. Burgess describes a society in which youths have scant regard for the old. What a splendid idea. I'd love to go camping in the mountains. Faye was advised to sue her ex-boyfriend for making threats against her. Justin Bieber has grown immensely popular, mainly due to his Facebook and Twitter campaign. His wife reminded him to take the cake out of the oven before she left. The brain and the heart are vital organs for human life. The man broke his backbone in the motorbike crash last summer and has been unable to walk since then. And this always crash on the underground during the mountain rush and the crash. A famous Polish traveler and member of the National Geographic Society is best known in his country for walking in bare feet. Yes? They decided that for the sake of the children, it's not safe, but it would be the best to give the career in the city and move to the country. The best that for the so I did that for the goodness.
They decided that for the sake.
For a favor, for the favor of the children.
For the sake is okay. For the sake it's fine.
Yes. The milk turned sour.
How for giving their careers? They decided that for the sake of their children, it would be best if they gave in their careers in the city. No, they can give in their careers in the city and move to the country. Or if they gave up their careers in the city and moved to the country. For the sake, it's fine.
Okay.
For the sake of the children, it would be best if they gave up their careers in the city because they're moving to the country side.
So give up.
They gave up their careers, in the city.
The milk turned sour as he had forgotten to place it in the fridge. Contrary to common beliefs. Yes.
Very good.
The doctor explained that his health problems might have arisen due to stress. It's okay. Wet palungta mahabhuayaman sampano, also known as the Tiger Temple, is famous worldwide as a place where Buddhist monks calm tigers. Calm tigers. And they not calm, but they tame tigers. A pair of scissors is made of 2 blades. We can use glue to stick to pieces of paper. Dilbert wanted to embarrassing to not drag but to wipe the embarrassing memory from his mind.
Very good.
And the traffic jam was getting worse with every minute as some drivers were trying to jump the queue, increasing the chaos. The trade between France and Poland has increased since admission of delay of the latter to the European Union in 2004. I could never understand why dog owners allow their pets to lick them on the face. When the earthquake hit the valley, the small dike on the river collapsed and the water flooded the village, wiping it out within minutes. Omar's mother always asked him to remember to wash his hands before wiping them on a clean towel. Certain cobras living in hot tropical forests in Asia and Africa are able to spit poison toward the victim's eyes with remarkable accuracy. Although he used glue to stick two pieces of the broken cup together, they just won't keep together. I think he must be given some time to digest the information that he has failed the test. Iris' classmates called him lazy, and the name has stuck with him ever since. The driving instructor was very rude about my driving, although it was my very first lesson. In 2003, Germans beat a world record in water sports. They managed to row 263 kilometers in 24 hours. By getting the highest mark of the exam, he was able to take revenge on the teacher's pet and satisfies his parents' expectations at one stroke. And fast finishers. A few patents realize that problems may arise due to something as simple as chewing gum, and even if they do know, they find it hard to persuade their children who are in favor of chewing and won't give it up easily. Let's consider completely at random what happens when you kids chew. Well, all gums certain contain either sugar or a sugar substitute, and chewing too much of it can cause problems ranging from cavities, holes in teeth, through vomiting and diarrhea, frequent visits to the loo. This happens because all the artificial additives and sweeteners, these are substances which the body of your child cannot digest properly. When you chew, you also swallow the air, which means that your stomach may swell. You think your children will laugh gas in their tummies? Finally, have you informed your child that they shouldn't swallow the gum, but instead must spit it out? You probably have thought it may have been in veins. Our digestive system won't break down gum, but will push it out of the body. Normally it won't lead to any trouble, but in certain rare cases, when gum is swallowed with something else, like a piece of plastic or a coin, it will block the digestive tract. In that case, you must urgently see your surgeon. Let's now be optimistic for a while. In most cases, chewing gum is safe, provided you teach your child to stick to a few rules. Chew sugar-free gum no more than once or twice a day, and remember to spit it out. And pulse till next time. Yeah.
Yes. That's the next time with 21.
And it's all?
Yeah, sure.
It's all. Okay. So thank you very much for today's lesson, and bye.